Good evening, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero in front of a fireplace. It may not be a real fireplace, but we are in a cozy kind of evening tonight because it's cold and we have some snow on the way to talk about. And yes, that is my Christmas tree behind me. I still have it up. For me, it still feels like the Christmas season. So tonight is a good night, I would say, to enjoy a nice hot chocolate, or I have experimented now with a new whiskey orange soda kind of drink. I have not locked this in or named it just yet, but it tastes pretty good. So cheers, everybody. But this is going to be the type of night, cozy up on the couch with a movie, fireplace, hot chocolate, whiskey, whatever you want that makes you feel nice and cozy. Because outside, it's not going to feel the best. So as of this recording, I have 27 degrees outside. And this is only going to be holding steady with this temperature. We're not really going down too much. Cloud cover has pretty much come in everywhere. And at night, the clouds act like a blanket. The clouds overall act like an insulator. But at night, the cloud layer acts like a blanket. So any heat from the ground that tries to escape into the atmosphere is blocked by the clouds and sometimes is reflected back down or just held in place, just like a blanket does. So that's why the temperature is going to be fairly steady through the rest of the night tonight. And that's cold. We're sub-freezing right now. So we've been sub-freezing since that heavy rain we had over the weekend. It started the day in the 50s. Even in Central Park, it got to 60 degrees this past Saturday. So that was an interesting start to the week. And then the temperature dropped from there. So it was cold the week before. Just a few hours there, maybe 12 hours of warm temperatures. And now we're back to freezing and sub-freezing. So the ground right now is primed to accept snow. Normally in the very beginning of winter or the tail end of winter, when the temperatures start warming up a little bit and then drops a little bit when the snow comes, the ground is warm, so it has to, the snow, if it's trying to accumulate, it has to burn through, you'd say, a couple inches worth of snow in order to get the ground cold enough to start accumulating snow. We don't have to deal with that right now because the ground's already cold, so any kind of precipitation, snow, sleet, anything that hits the ground is gonna stick. So that's one of the concerns there that we have for tonight. We also are going to have this storm come through and it's going to switch over in some places. So we start as snow everywhere. And then it looks like that freezing line starts heading up from 27 to just about 32 right there. So very small temperature changes, but it's enough to bring in a little bit of an icy, sleety, freezing rain kind of mix. Also a fun fact, so it's just about 700 days since New York City has recorded any kind of measurable snow. And measurable snow, I believe, means 1 inch or more. So it's been years since New York City has had measurable snow, and that could change tonight. So what we're going to be seeing after about 10 p.m., which is about when the winter weather advisories all go into effect. So I'll put that up on the side over here. So here's the National Weather Service, and I'm just showing the New York City area for right now, but winter weather advisory, pretty much the entire area. This goes into effect at 10 p.m. So this is what is going to be giving a little bit of caution. We're not in a full winter storm. It's just a little bit of a cautionary system coming through. That's what's giving us, and according to the advisory here, and about what I've been seeing with the forecast models, they're saying, I think, 2 to 4 inches once you get north and west of New York City, right at New York City or right at the I-95 kind of corridor there. It could be a sleety, slushy 1 to 3 inches. But that's the key right there, is the slushy part. So snow itself is one thing, but once you start adding snow and sleet and freezing rain all together, That's what makes roads a little bit more hazardous to travel on. Also, in Jersey specifically, there are a lot of areas still that have a lot of flooding. If you're from the area, or even if you're not from the area and you watch the news about New Jersey, you're seeing there's still whole communities that the roads are just underwater. All that heavy rain and flooding from Saturday is still affecting the Jersey area right now. And for instance, the Passaic River. It's moderate flood stage right now, but it's still in flood stage. And a lot of the roads are closed from flooded roadways. With this cold tonight and with the snow and the sleet and the freezing rain, a lot of that water could start freezing. So those communities that still have just a lake in front of their or on their road, this could turn into like an ice pond in front of your house there on the roadway. So that's something you have to keep in mind too. Any flooding that's still in effect is going to freeze, and it's going to either freeze over an entire flooded roadway completely, or it's going to give you black ice. So you have to keep that in mind. Tonight, I would say, is not a travel night. Again, tonight is a night to just really stay indoors. And this system is really just an overnight system. Timing-wise, again, all the stuff really starts happening after 10 p.m. And then it's going to go into the overnight hours while everyone's pretty much sleeping, except the news folks, and anybody else that really works the overnight shifts. But overnight into tomorrow morning, we're really starting to see this system pretty much out by around 7 or 8 in the morning. Then it makes its way a bit more east. So areas in, say, Boston can see this system a little bit later than the areas around Jersey or New York City. This system's really not going too far north. So once you get to, say, Albany, New England, you're really not seeing too much out of this. It's really a coastal system from the Jersey Shore through, say, Massachusetts, all the coastline areas around there. And again, this should be pretty much gone by tomorrow morning. Then we're still going to be in the cold after that, but it's going to be clearing later in the day on Tuesday. Then Wednesday is going to be a fairly clear but still cold day. Same thing for Thursday, but with just a few flurries here and there. And then still, there is that question mark for Friday and Saturday. So if you want to get more weather updates on that next storm, feel free to subscribe below and hit the little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload videos like this or I do go live. So overall, tonight, stay in. Nice cozy night with a fireplace there. Tomorrow, I would say avoid, if you can, traveling in the morning. And if you do have to go to work in the morning, take your time, allow yourself to have more time for commuting, because there is going to be frozen rivers, it looks like, on some of the roadways, or just black ice. So keep that in mind. After that, we got a couple of days of reprieve, and then that next potential system. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their night. Stay safe out there. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. I will see you all in the next video.